It's the weekend, which means we need to start off right. Which means to start it off wrong by seeing exactly how everything can go to hell in the world of Higurashi. And if you give someone the power of ultimate destiny, being able to redo any and all of their mistakes and others' mistakes, what exactly can come from it? Are you going to reach the utopia that you desire? Something tells me, no. Power corrupts and all that, so is Sadako's ideal of spending time with her beloved Rika going to warp? All I know is there's one episode of Higurashi Go left, so what are we going to learn from it? To find out, strap yourself in, get a drink, because we need to begin. The Crystal Sea. It's always good when we start off here, but also seeing young Sadako means that she's restarted fairly early on in the summer. So was there any... I can't remember the end of the last episode, but was there anything that actually spurred her on to restart, considering her uncle was trying and trying to put things in right? Does that mean from now on he will act like that? Like his path isn't really to be altered much now? Well, considering everything that has happened, are we... No, because everything was going right. So we're going to learn about why she just suddenly gave up on everything. There's no way they can stand up against them in armed combat. They are on the back foot horribly. And just like that, she has lost any and all allies back here. We saw this play out, so seeing it again in a slightly different art style, maybe? What's making her think that she won't just be, cut loose from those at Tokyo? Well, he knows when to cut his losses, really, and protect, base interests, mainly his own safety. I guess as a catch-up to show this. And now, just like before, I mean, there's no need to do that, but just like before, people disregarding her granddad's legacy, his research. Huh. It was only to create. They didn't actually care about the research or anything about this village. No, it was all about political power and the like. I mean, even if he believed it, I don't think he has any urgency to care. I mean, considering her current mental state, even if it was, hold yourself accountable, would you really want to give her a loaded gun? I mean, official stories and all, yeah, cool. We saw her run, and why exactly she was able to get away. And you know what cuckoos do to nests and the like? Anyone that knows a little bit about ornithology will immediately get the gist. I like how the guys in the background are, not just steadfast and whatnot about it. It's still a little. I know it's our job and like, but this is still kind of evil. I mean, that's not how you handle it. Make it look credible. But even with everything that's going on, what's Sadako's role in all this to shift it different? Much like the uncle. What's this memory? That couldn't possibly come to pass. Pass? Just a nightmare. And is she going to put any pieces together? Ask any pressing questions? I mean, considering this, there's so much to Higurashi. The fact you got slight mythology and gods interfering with stuff, the brain parasites in the village, and political gains and powers that exist in the wider country. Kind of interesting they all put it together into one story. I mean, I wonder how much actual scientific progress and whatnot was held back by people not taking warnings and whatnot seriously. Yeah, release it as a fantasy tale. I mean, even if you disregard someone's research and whatnot, the fact to just walk all over it like that is still a little uncalled for. Didn't they raise a hand to her or something before? Can't remember how that played out. To think that what would he think knowing that she had continued on his research to this extent? But yeah, having knowledge of plans on the horizon, no matter who's been pulling them off, definitely makes you rethink how scenes play out. Prophylactic? So I didn't expect. Well, actually, I should have expected that this would end off with a little bit of Takano and the parasites and everything else that went down, but didn't expect it. No problem at all. Well, she could have chosen a better room for it, but who would have thought of such a cute-looking book? It was just something, a spare of the moment that made her bring it out. And what, are you giving up on that promise, or claiming it was a success? Just let her have her time alone with the book. Irie is a decent person and character in all of this. And also knowing her history and how and why he picked her up and took care of her. I wonder if that nightmare is this going to change everything? Is this why she just gave up on the evil plans? The nightmares leading her into the photo album of memories past on a letter she should have seen long ago. Don't think it prudent to get him to explain, to find out more. You want to be a guinea pig forever? Okay, yeah. I see it. I'm not sure what you actually get from Rorschach tests, because it's all so fucking subjective. I mean, as we know, she is soon to be clear of all parasites and the like. little bit of column A, column B. Did we know that he died of, like, Alzheimer's or dementia or something there? I guess in his pride for her and pure scientific curiosity and whatnot. I mean, we've seen how far she went to keep his memory alive, etc., and now he's doing this kind of the same here. Don't pour your life away on something where you could have had a better life. Everything that we saw, he was quite a decent man in all of this. And is this more than just your nursing one? Are you going to go far? Stay away from Tokyo. Strange sentence for a child to say, but sure. You can keep it around and make something else. There's still flavour left. To have this analogy back to recipes and cooking, strangely apt and easy to understand, really. And like we saw the uncle and Takano, is there anyone else to have brief relapses, memories of the past? The fact that she was thinking of the future of the club and whatnot. How's he going to get through without causing us? Well, there goes the causing a scene thing. She got trampled underneath the crowd. I mean, not wrong. This is Sadako and everything that we know about her. And what she knows. It's not a world in which Keiji went into the tool shed, but and if it's her giving up on all this and wanting a way out, what does Sadako's overhearing of this entail? I mean, it is fun to see Sadako behind the scenes doing more than Rika ever really could so easily. Yet Sadako really had all of the pieces in hand. Rika didn't. Huh. What a way of thinking about it. So, if the accumulations of memories cannot be undone, they keep those ideals and plans and everything that they've gained because of the change in personality by knowing their fates. Can it be changed with a certain sharp instrument when it's hidden inside of a statue? Oh, lovely. Great friendship. I wonder exactly how much of this is Satoko and how much is kind of implied or ingrained training by this deity there in search of a entertainment. A new crystal was formed? Is that just showing us there's a new timeline now? A change in things? I missed that code. It was on for a fraction of a second there. It was like 1340 something. Or similar. Instant level 5. Oh, the trouble you can go to with that. Let's hope no one was watching. Why didn't she go and... Are you really trial and error? Jesus Christ. Okay. I mean, I can think of a better way to go about it rather than brute force the code open, but sure. With that, she is the arbiter of destruction. True, yeah, how does she actually feel about it? Is she completely detached? Yes, she's completely detached. As long as we stay together and she wants to, then there won't be an issue, will there? Okay, she is detached from anything. No more than dreams or hallucinations. Yeah, if you see it that way. She does have a... She has a knack for all of this. The problem here, the main issue, really is, if this is all for her entertainment, is she ever going to let her have that happy end? Because then the stories will cease to be. It was quite late in the episode that I realised I was standing right in the centre. You probably couldn't see a lot of it, but oh well. What's done is done. But I guess what I can say is this episode, this end of this season, the fact we've got a lot of answers now. Any kind of curiosities and why things happen, well, it could have been a world and time where Sadako was pulling the strings. Hang on, why did Rena go off the rails? That doesn't make any sense. Why did the police officer guy go off the rails? The only thing that really shook her in this was her uncle trying to make amends and repent for his actions and what he did. I like that. She had this plan, this way to overcome everything, to make a future which she can deem a success, her own idyllic paradise. And yet it was something as simple as a family member trying to make amends, one that, true, probably caused her a lot of trauma, but still, that really threw her off. But yeah, with compounded memories brought up by the continued use of her power there, the fact that her uncle will probably remain trying to be friendly, Takano will constantly try to escape her fate and leave. I mean, it makes it easier for Sadako to go back and... Is this the code? No. One more. Is this the code? No. One more. Is this the code? No. We saw how long that code was. If she was doing it by full trial and error, then... How many iterations was that? I'm not going to do the maths. But Higurashi as a story really has gripped me from near the beginning, obviously, and then how it's adapted and evolved across its various seasons. It's been interesting. Obviously, Go has been slightly off kilter compared to the rest of it because it's no longer really a mystery about what the hell's going on or the story behind the village. No, we know all of that. Now it's characters that we kind of know and love acting in ways to their own personal benefit. Doesn't really matter whose detriment it is. Let's put everything on a weird spin. Overall, there have been seasons which I've enjoyed maybe a little less than Go, but story-wise, not quite as strong as the others. Not as gripping, I should say, as the others. And I think a main, not issue, but main thing I was thinking about was the fact that we've got so many mysteries that remained unsolved. Kind of brought up and then just given out to us without any conclusive answer or anything. We just, why did everything go wrong? Why did Rena suddenly go insane? Like I said, why did the police officer guy suddenly go insane? Maybe it had something to do with Sadako. Maybe she was already doing her loops and whatnot, and we're just catching up with that story now. I don't know. Up to your interpretation. What do you think? Unless it has actually been completely worked out and whatnot. If that is the case, then there's going to be some lengthy explanations in the comment section down below. Anything that I may have missed will be very nice to read. So, as far as this season goes, I guess I don't think there's any OVAs or things at the end. So, we need to move on. And with I think Sotsu is a continuation of this, like a sequel to Go. Not sure, but I think I read somewhere. And by read somewhere, I mean like a comment on Discord or something. Still, animation-wise, I do enjoy this. It really leads into some interesting facial expressions and whatnot for characters. The crystal sea that we're seeing literally being birthed in front of us, actually, in some cases. I want to see just how cluttered that space will become. And is anyone going to be able to work out what's going on? Considering this is a test for Rika to give up on her repeat offences at this world. Is she going to learn to accept the village for what it is, or considering what we know of Rika and she knows that things are going back and forth, and that weapon shard is still out there somewhere. How will this end? Probably with several characters being quite disappointed. But to find out, we're going to have to watch more. So if you've enjoyed Higurashi this season, past seasons, or the future to come, let me know. Leave a like and a comment on the video if I entertained you. Subscribe to the channel if you want to not miss out future episodes. And jump onto my Discord for even more security and memes and polls and votes. But ultimately, I hope to see you there. So get some rest. I'll catch you in the next episode. Over the times and multiple iterations where I will finally uncover what I've been doing wrong with my life, will you still be there? I know that at least my patrons who are Sal, AegisTR, Darky26, Guado, Kite, Reds Racer, Ultra Pouring, Wolfie Sensei, Zook, and everyone else has at least stuck around my channel long enough to see not only my downfall, but hopefully the rise. And if you would like to help aid that, consider joining on as well.